Okay, Single Dads Club, what's going on? Well, update on the video chat. It was gonna go either way. It was either gonna be a decent call with my kids, or it was gonna go as expected. I don't know if this mic helps at all or not, but anyways. And it went worse than expected. So the video finally came up. I popped into the video, and the kids halfway popped into the video. Half of their face on one side of the screen, half face on the other side of the screen. And my soon-to-be ex just kind of popping around and into play and out of play. And within seconds, both kids, like robotically, "We don't want to talk to you," and then just walked off. And I was like, calling their name. I was like, "Hey, come here, come on. Hey, come here, let me talk to you. Come here." And then soon-to-be ex pops halfway on screen and says, "See, I told you they didn't want to talk to you, and I tried," and all this stuff. And so we went back and forth. We're on the Talking Parents app, and that's basically a court-ordered app that we have to be pretty much civil to each other. And everything's recorded, and you got to pay for it. So, basically it's a texting form back and forth, and you can have a calendar, and you can have a journal, and all this good stuff. Everything's recorded. And if you talk to each other through that app on the phone, it'll have basically a printout of what was said, a transcript of what it was said in the conversation, and dates and times and stuff like that. But you got to pay for more money for it. Of course, it's like, I got the low end, $8.99 a month, and I think with the calls, it's like $20-something a month. I'm just, no. If you want to call, we'll call. Just be truthful and real about the conversation. It's not worth it. But nevertheless, we got to go through that. And so I basically said I'm pushing for counseling for the kids, because obviously there's damage done, and I said, I don't understand, we need to push for counseling. The kids need counseling now. I don't understand, what is going on, and that the significant other basically should have done a better job of letting the kids know that I'm not the enemy, I'm their father, and that we need to have a dialogue, that this is not healthy, and this is not going to push us forward for when the time comes for visitation, because they will visit me whether they like it or not. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go and buy a plane ticket or drive halfway to meet them only to have them say no. Sorry. That's just, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna bend that much when it comes to kids that do not understand the dynamics of divorce. Sometimes, the kid's got to do a tough thing, and that means talking to the parent that is not always available, mainly fathers, and visiting with the parent that is mainly not available, mostly the fathers. So this, and this just gets me concerned, because it gets me really, really concerned, because the kids are in the hands of parties that are against myself. All right? They've displayed disdain. I am sure that the grandmother has displayed disdain. I'm sure that the grandfather has displayed disdain. And I'm sure that the aunt has displayed disdain. So I got a bunch of people against a guy, and the kids are being taught that it's okay to throw away someone that is their father, just throw them away and be like, you don't exist to me. This is the thing that I just don't get. I don't know. It really hurts. I kind of expected it in a way, but this really, really hurt me really bad. So I sent the conversation to the paralegal, to my lawyer, and I told my lawyer that I want to push for counseling for the kids. That it's a detriment that these kids shouldn't be taught that it's okay to throw away one of their parents just like that, whether it be the mother or the father, whoever is not there all the time. That they need to be an important part of their life still, and for years to come. And to nip it at the bud right now, where there's a problem. And it hurts, guys. Good men out there. This really, really hurts. It's one thing that there's no love for the significant other, and they share no love for you anymore, and that there's a spat going on, and divorce is, evident. Of course, there's no hope. Blah blah blah. Okay, that's one thing to get over. But your kids, and your kids being, in my mind, are somehow being taught to fear you. Were there spats in front of the kids? Yeah, there was 2 spats, and I've mentioned that in my other videos, where the usual thing of what we did, I'd come back from my 34-hour rest break after a 6-day work week. I like beer. My wife at the time liked beer too, and one of our things is that we go get some beer. Bud Light wasn't anything big. And mostly throughout our relationship, it was fine. We'd have a good time, party, whatever, and have fun. And then it started amounting with the stress of me, trying to do pretty much everything to make my wife happy, and taking on another job, and cutting down finances, and trying to get it to where, trying to make a plan to where, I could be home more often, take on another job, in the future, where she was going to be finishing school and getting her degree, and and rising her up on a good level, and that I would follow her, where she would be, pretty much the bread maker, and making her feel like I am woman, hear me roar, which is fine with me. And that I'm in a career where I can do, I can take a little cut financially at, as far as that plan was going to work out, and use her field as the bread maker, and be home more often, be home daily, and be with the kids, and and very open if the beer drinking, which is 4 times a month, that was such a problem, and we could have done better to work on that, and I wanted to work on it, and then it just, the stress was too high. She'd say some trigger words like, "Oh, you're craving, and let's go get beer," and I'd pour myself a cup of coffee, and, "Oh, you must be craving, go get beer." I think that was a setup myself. I don't know. But it just, I don't know. With the beer drinking, a lot of it was stress, stress induced. And as the stress amounts, you start beer drinking, and, you're having a good time, and then all of a sudden you have too much. on both parties. That was our fault. And then it ended up, that's usually like liquid courage to me to start, asking these questions and hard questions and stuff like that significant other just didn't want to face. She didn't want to face the sober either, because I tried to get into it and shut down conversation. So I tried to, I guess, lighten up the situation and try to start having a dialogue that way. Probably not the right answer, but that's where the relationship came to. It's unfortunate, and that's where, she would go off and say, either shut down dialogue and it kind of upset me, or she'd say something really mean to me and I'd say something mean back to her. So there was 2 major spats that we had where it was like full on yelling. And we woke up the kids and the kids were crying and yeah, I mean, that sucks. But what married couple, sober or not sober, have, gone through that? And where they woke up the kids crying because they're yelling at each other, having a disagreement, and I don't know. Those things could have been fixed. They could have been handled. I don't know. But it's gone to this. Like, so, divorce was back in February of this year, of 2021. And I've been pretty much in my truck the whole time, like I've mentioned in other videos. And then it wasn't until maybe 2 months ago that a significant other brought some other dude around the house that I bought around my kids and started bringing this guy around, and he's sleeping over at the house. And what is that showing the kids? And the guy's smoking marijuana around the house and drinking around the house. Like, what does that show my kids? I mean, I thought that was a poor choice of parenting. In my eyes, you should have waited until after divorce, and and if you're gonna move on and date or whatever, you should slowly bring a third party into the kid's life, not just abruptly like, okay, this is pretty much your new dad now, and we're all having fun. So who do you think the kids are going to side with now? They're going to think, oh, well, mom's having problems with dad, so dad's a creep, and this new guy we're all having fun with. Wow, cool. Who do you think the kids are going to side with? And this is just poor choice of parenting. My ex, or soon-to-be ex, said in a statement that our daughter made a statement saying, quote unquote, that I am rude, I'm mean, and I'm just trying to basically get what I want. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, how the hell does a 10-year-old come up with that type of statement when all throughout their lives we've been nothing but joy and love and playing with the kids and all of us best buds? And how the heck does a kid come up with a statement like that unless it's installed in their brain? It just kind of baffles me. So the damage is already done. I'm pushing for counseling. I think that would be the healthy choice because we're starting off on the wrong foot here. I hope, I don't know, I know I'm all over the place on my story. I'm a little bit upset. I go off on tangents anyways, in case you haven't noticed. But this is definitely helpful to me doing these videos. I know it's airing a lot of dirty laundry, but in these series, you know, because I want to keep this up, and like I said, I'm motivated to, well, get in the gym again. I'm motivated to grow this podcast and get an actual studio, and then you can see not only me grow, you can, you know, hopefully I can get out there and help other people that been going through the same thing as I have gone through, and hopefully we can see that, and you guys can, you know, experience the growth. Hopefully we will shift this in towards a positive turn, but it's kind of, you know, I'm hoping that this whole journey that we all go through, you can see it go from pretty solemn, pretty depressing, to getting better and better and better, and hopefully we can use that, like I said, to help other people out. You know, may lighten things up. Like I said, I want to make my podcast. There's serious parts like this, discussions on how men are treated, good men are treated, and then making it, you know, lighthearted and funny, and getting a laugh out of people sometimes. I think that's really, really important, you know. So, anyhow, that's my thoughts. And good men out there, remember, you did everything you could, man. You cannot make your significant other, or soon-to-be ex other happy. You can't do it. I tried everything. And the only one that can do it is them. It's unfortunate what kids have to go through, that they're being the tug-of-war rope in something that's so nonsensical. They're just pushed in the middle of it, whether they like it or not. They don't understand what's going on, especially at a 10 and 6 age. And it is frustrating. I am very, very upset, sad. You know, I did expect this, but, you know, both parties have got to come together and willing to work on this. And it's unfortunate that we have to run to our lawyers every time, you know, when there's something that can be easily, in my mind, settled. So it's like a tattletale type of thing in my eyes, instead of being grown up and willing to work on it. So I know this is a long-winded video, and if you made it through this far, hit the like and subscribe. Share this. You know, anybody that you know that's going through this stuff, good men, even married couples that are having trouble, you know, send them my way. Say, hey, you need to look at what this guy's doing on Single Dads Club. He's kind of posting a real-time diary of what he's going through in life right now, and hopefully, you know, you guys can learn something from him. Hopefully I'm already helping people out, that you're not alone. And, you know, we must move on. The fight, the fight or the battle may have been lost, but the war is not over. And the war, to me, is getting those kids back in your life. Not the war between you and the other, the significant other. Might play a part. It'd be battles, but it'd also be both couples, or the couple that is split apart, turning into adults, and moving on, and then being all about the kids. It's where I'm trying to turn to. It's really hard. That's where I'm trying to turn to. All right, Single Dads Club. You all have a wonderful day, night, or wherever you're at. Just know that it's not your fault. Keep your head up high. Love all you good men that have been treated wrong, been duped by those women that want to take things from you, especially your kids. All right. Hold your head up high. Love you.